Everybody dreams, everybody yearns to meet their soulmate. Everybody cannot wait to meet the so-called soulmate. But it's almost funny and ridiculous that the people, majority of the people, really have what I call the teenage definition of a soulmate. So before we even speak about anything in this video, let's first find out who is a soulmate. Because how do you know when you find one if you don't know who a soulmate is? I always like saying this. It's like the people, the Christians who speak about the kingdom of God. They don't really, majority of them don't really know, don't understand what it means. So I keep asking myself, so how do you know when you find it that this is the kingdom? Is there something here? If you listen to people speak about love, speak about relationships, people are speaking about soulmates. But if you listen to that definition of a soulmate, it is so irrational and immature that you just pity them. Now, before, most people have a teenage definition. You know, a teenage definition of a soulmate is that one magic person that comes and suits off all your problems. They come and make you feel loved, feel wanted. They come and make you happy. They come and make you feel high, and they really make you understand. Like, it's this one magic person you will meet today and you know, boom, this is my soulmate. And everything just like that. That's the definition of a soulmate people have. Ridiculous. In fact, a soulmate is not one magic person. Now, let me give you a mature definition of a soulmate. A soulmate is simply a person who aligns with you. A soulmate does not give you suspicion, expectation, intensity, drama, suspense. No. A soulmate gives you peace. A soulmate makes you feel home. A soulmate aligns with you. You share so many things. You actually don't worry. You don't even try to police. You don't. In fact, you don't just meet and be soulmates. You grow into soulmates. It's a process to reach there. But you can tell when you're dating them because you will be assessing and finding out that they have quite a number of things with you in common. You share values, you share beliefs, you think in the same way, you see the world in the same way. Your definition of marriage is the same, your definition of money is the same, how you view money is similar, you know, how you approach life, what they dream, what their definition of a wife, their definition of a husband. You see things align within the process as you speak and discuss, as you assess them in dating. That's how you know that this one I can grow into a soulmate with them. Not one magic person that will make you feel intensity. So, in fact, this is why most people haven't met their soulmates. But that's not true. In fact, statistics have proved that most people who say they are unlucky in love, they have not found true love, have actually met the right person, what we would call a soulmate, but they either left them because they didn't know they were the one, or they were immature at that time to identify. Which takes me to my next idea I want to discuss in this video. There is a condition for you to actually succeed in meeting a soulmate. And this is why I want you to listen to me. And I promise you, when you put this into practice, it will be so easy and you will meet your soulmate so soon. If you go to looking for a soulmate with this immaturity, with this teenage thinking, teenage definition, you will not meet them. Even if you meet them, you will squander. It's just like money. If someone has been used to, handling, let's say 100K, the first time they are given 10 million, their minds go berserk. Because in their minds, there is no room, no capacity to handle such amount of money. So, what I'm trying to say is you have to build capacity first for you to be able to meet your soulmate. Find life before you find love. Find self-love before you find your soulmate. That is the only way it will work. Why? Because life was created before love. God created life before he created love. A man existed for quite some time and he was very okay. He wasn't complaining. I am not saying that love is not important, but I am saying that it came after life was created. You see, the problem with you is you are attempting to look for love before you look for life. That's why most people have been lied to. That you should date somebody for 7 years. That's when you'll be able to determine whether you're soulmate. That's a lie. That's why you see today young people are getting into relationships from 17, 16, as young as 14, 15. You see, one kid, the primary kid is telling you, I have a boyfriend, and you wonder. Why? Because it has been preached that when you start that early, you will find your soul. Chances are high for you to find your soulmate. First of all, that's wrong. Why? Because you're so young. You've not even developed values. You've not learned character analysis. You have also not found yourself. You don't know who you are. So how do you expect to meet your soulmate? Because remember we said the soulmate is a person who aligns with you. I will go to that in a bit. Now, what do we mean by finding life? Find self-love first. Find life. Life means find who you are. What makes you come alive? Which conversations speak to your inner being? Which hobbies really do you love? What gives you energy? What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? Where do you find peace? What makes you come loving? If you're a lady, have you come to terms with your body? Okay? So that is finding life. Heal from your past. Healing does not mean you should have really come from a toxic family. Healing means you are coming to a point of maturity about life. For example, some of you have not come to terms with your bodies, especially ladies. You are busy using makeup to change how you look. Makeup is meant to enhance how you look. You are using it to change how you look. Most ladies have not come to terms with themselves. They are busy adding this here, eating this, slaying here, doing this, doing this. Because why? They have not accepted who they are. Some of you have grown up without fathers. And so nobody validated you from the opposite gender. Which means you're already vulnerable and susceptible to the very person who will validate you. Haven't you heard people say, me, I fall in love so easily and I loved all my heart. You know, me, I love it all my heart. You know, me, when I fall in love, I fall so deeply, I fall so easily. You are bragging with a wound. No. It's not that you fall in love so easily. It's that you're looking for attention that you were deprived of. There was no father figure who was close to you emotionally, intimately, so deeply. Because usually the first man of your life should be your father. So you have what you call a psychological nutritional deficit. And now you think that's a strength. You know, my weakness is I fall in love so easily. No, that's a wound. Go and treat yourself, okay? Heal from that. Some of you are coming from scarcity families. Some of you have been competing with siblings for attention. Some of you have been told you are not worthy enough. So heal from that. When you heal from that, you come to a point of stability. You come to a point of emotional stability. When you accept yourself as a lady, you come with confidence to dating. Now, when you meet your soulmate, it will take maturity, such maturity, for you to stay with them and to grow into soulmates. If you don't have that maturity, you're going to squander and run away from that relationship. If you have not healed from your past, your chances of meeting your soulmate are so dim. Why? Because first of all, you are going to be falling for people who are feeding to your wound. So find life first, find who you are, then find somebody now who thinks like you, who has the same values. They believe in honesty, you believe in honesty. Your definition of marriage is the same. Both of you are dreaming of a larger life. You have the same character, values. You have the same thinking, what we call mental thinking buddies. You can be mentally intimate. You don't come here and you start keeping secrets. You don't come here and your money is somewhere else and your heart is here. That is what we call finding self first before you find love.